So while I am an SNS player, I'm also going to say this video is not going to have an end screen because I just want to be sure that I get things done before things come out. Even though I'm hitting quick play just to... This is a commoner video, but Itotu Miku, that's all I really want to remember. We'll set character exclusive perks, but Itotu Miku, that's all I need to remember as we move on here. And I'll explain the rest. I'm just, I might as well wait for the timestamps as we do what we do here. So, Commoner Backstory Miku, and I'll talk about Miku in Commoner Backstory as well, but for the moment, let's get this timestamp set. So, Itotu Commoner character exclusive Miku, and yeah, again, this video is not going to have an end screen because I want to get ready for things, even though, as we have Takushi-san, second encounter strength, second mystery, light, and maybe a dexterity check, I will not be on the beta of the game that is probably going to... When this video releases, there will probably be like a few hours. I don't know how actually long I'll have, but basically this video should be out before a certain beta test starts. And so because of that, even with that said, I will not be the first one to get my hands on it. I'll probably put it in trying to play. I know where I stand. I would rather still watch some other people play because they're probably going to be the ones streaming too on their PS5 because I think it's out for only if you're subscribed to Plus. Anywho, Flood, Mermaids, Recluse, Bulletin, and Ramen, and I did not get rid of the custom mysteries yet, but that's perfectly fine. Recluse into Flood, eh? I think that's the plan. Yeah. We have Mermaids at some point, but we can take that fourth. All I care about is getting our thingamajiggies, our weapon. That being said, we're just going to open up... I think I'm actually going to try out the tree first. Maybe I haven't really been paying attention to what my runs look like on off-recording Commoner. But when I try to prepare, I tend to doom out. So let's try this out. Because I want to go into the History Club and look for a perk, basically. Considering we have Recluse and Flood, we might be okay, but that's just as good. So you know what? We're going to use that instead. So, away we go. Hold on. Let me just... Police Patrol. Village, School. We have Recluse, Flood, and Mermaids into Ramen, I think. So I think we'll set the school, just in case. Flood could be school or village, that's why I don't care in terms of looking for a researcher, really. And that's all I have to say. Let's store this guitar as well, and let's move on. So yeah, that's the last I should say. The last I should say about the beta, again, I'm being vague because robots, nice 12 roll, by the way, game, is because, yeah. But I'll try to put time into it in the next 24 hours. If I can't, again, it depends. Thankfully, I have time due to the people around me, living their own life, so while they're living their life, I can try to put my hands on the game. On Wednesday, maybe I'll do a stream if I get the chance, but if not, because again, we're still waiting for, I think the game, or the beta test for this game, where we hunt monsters, I'll be more specific, you could download it. Oh, that's right, so, well, you know what, fine, so be it. If we have custom events, so be it. Yeah, it goes to show how unprepared I was for this recording, but... I could have gotten a free thing. Can we do this for free? Is this free? Okay, good. But anywho. Yeah, basically, we downloaded things on a PS5, and we should be good to go. Now, whether or not I'm going to have a fun time is a whole different story, but we'll see. It's been, again, I have not played Rise, and I have not played World for at least a few years, like, actually playing either game. So, as I risk doom there. Yeah. That's all I need to say. And if you see anything in the next day or two, so be it. If I decide to do a stream, so be it. If not, man, I need to focus on this now because, yeah, we're going to have low accuracy. We did not fight anything yet, funny enough. And I know we're in Bulletin. We could have put the police patrols in the village, but I'm going to gamble on the school here. I think the more consistent pick would have been the village, but let me see. Not Vigil. Recluse, Flood, Mermaid. No, we had just as many school investigations later, so... I'm trying to calculate in my head whether or not it's more safe to put the patrols in the village in this specific run or in the school. But considering we have Mermaids later on, we're doing at least 2 or 3 school investigations anyway. And I think Ramen is last, so if that's the case, then yeah. We should... I mean, even with Ramen, if we had school, then it would... if we had scissors, then we would want the patrols in the school. But, again, most of Commoner's effects, aside from not being able to level up, that is the... big one, Ramen, by the way. It is Ramen. Yeah, aside from being able to level up, there are times it won't affect you, but for the most part, it will. Being able to level up is obviously very, Very important. For better or worse, though, not as much in Recluse, because you're fighting a ghost, funny enough. So, one of the small positives out of ghost encounters is that we don't really care on Commoner. Although it is free experience, so you lose the experience, but that's true for every mystery. Meh. Anywho. We'll grab the stuffed toy. We do have Flood next, right? So I do actually want to sacrifice that if I don't have a bad curse. I have quite a few bad ones, but Fearful is by far not something I usually need to worry about. If you're confident, I'm not, so I would normally get rid of Fearful, but yeah, it's fine. And the reason, for those who don't know as much about World of Horror, that I don't have to care about the Commoner backstory, is because all you're doing is really Severing, and Severing is kind of already set, so even if you wanted to increase your stats for whatever reason to help you in ghost encounters, doesn't really do much for you, because Sever, Clap, Bow, and Leave in Offerings time unit cost is set in stone. The only thing that's going to affect it are things like Adrenaline, which is what I looked in the History Club for, but we did not get them. I was supposed to have sacrificed the stuffed toy. I made a mistake. That being said, that does mean that the game forces you to take a bath and heal, so that's, you know, well enough, but hey. That being said, maybe I should get rid of the custom events. Yeah, I should probably get rid of them now as I'm kind of waiting here, so I'll kind of inch toward getting rid of them. It hasn't been that long since I did the stream, so yeah, although, hey, my thing disappeared. I was looking for a thing and it didn't appear. Anywho. So give me about 5 seconds. I just need to take care of this really quickly. I got it, please. Actually, I should have done this. I don't know why I didn't. But the mysteries can kind of stay where they are, but I mean, if I can get rid of them too, just in case I do an accidental fat finger click, then yeah. PHAT, fat finger click. But let's see, right? So really all you have to do is store the etil files for those who don't know. If you store the etil files somewhere else, you don't have to worry about it anymore. By the way, we don't get prep attack yet. We will when Mayhem hits the 3rd time, I think. But not so much yet. Oh my sweet goodness. I only need to hit one of these, by the way. Or, yeah, one of these not guaranteed ones, I think. And the Theologist is in the forest. So, yeah, I should actually still rest, but we're fine for the moment. Moving on to, like, general commoner tactics, though. If you were to take advice from me, having a weapon that you can just prep attack in. Nice 12 roll on luck, by the way, game. So you don't have to worry about accuracy, does remove a good portion of commoner downsides in a backstory that is mainly... do you really not get anything? I thought... Maybe I'm confusing it with another backstory. I thought you get something off of commoner as well. But maybe I'm wrong. And if that's the case, so be it. So yeah, like I said here, I'm still going to take this because 60% theoretically should be on my side. I only need to really hit it 2 times, but, you know, if I don't hit it at all, like so, 16%, am I going to get worse? Not yet. And from this point on, we should be able to just do this 3 times, kind of, while trading off stamina. I don't want to trade too much stamina, but if we have to, we have to, because we have the power of this. And in fact, I probably did... No, we need 3 more turns anyway. No, we don't, actually. Because I would have been able to do it here. I healed too much reason. Well, hey. Either way, we're out in 3 turns anyway, so... Meh. That being said, the mystery combination we got was pretty good. Flood into Recluse. Unless you die... After you get through Recluse, you're normally kind of sitting pretty, so... Don't need to worry as much. I should just get rid of Fearful if I'm gonna keep this stuffed toy. I thought I was gonna turn it into the fleshy toy, but I didn't. So let's just get rid of Fearful, because we're likely gonna fight other things anyway. I would also like a pack of cigarettes. Do we have the thing? No. So we should be able to buy a pack of cigarettes, and if we get out of funds, we'll trade off Doom. Funny. No, we have Prepare. I'm going crazy. We'll save these cigarettes for later on, though. I think Takshisan is second. I have to check. No. No, we'll see. I'll actually visit the History Club again. Nope. Looting is pretty much worthless, so away we go. Yeah, from now on, though, I'm pretty much just going to use my Doom to rest and heal, unless that happens. Oh, pain. 6 knowledge. Do I want to gamble on this? This is 5 Doom if I fail. But I believe. It said 4 knowledge. I have 6 knowledge right now. I don't know what's happening to my face. Protective Carvings is also carrying me, not allowing me to get hurt as much in an Atho-2 run. I didn't think about it because I still saw that I was taking base damage, but that's because I used Protective Carvings. So I'm dealing more damage with the Monkey Wrench, but taking less damage. Period. I think we have to take the burns here, though. Yeah, we're gonna take the burns here. Oh, and that's why I want to get rid of the events, because there is a crash here. So I think this is the Vine of Horror mod pack, so I crashed right here. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna leave that in the video because at least I had in the back of my mind I wanted to talk about it, but yeah, that's that. That run was definitely survivable. Again, I would normally X this video out, but because one, I'm low on time, but more importantly, I want to leave that in because that was from the update. If the modder updated that, but after the weekend started, last weekend, relative to when this video came out, as we get Goizo, All Perks, Kyrie with random item stats. Hold on, let me do that really quickly. Then basically, yeah, there are events that are still crashing. That's all I want to say. I didn't move the characters. I shouldn't fat finger that. Let me see. What did we do? Ill-fated? Yeah. Oh, no. Commoner. What am I doing? And then we want to set these. And then we have Goizo. So, we'll get into our second run Goizo there. Goizo, Commoner, All Perks, Random Item, Kyrie. The one thing I can say, even though I may or may not have survived, is that, yeah, like I said right after the crash, we could have survived or lost that run. Second encounter, dexterity, knowledge, strength. Second mystery, and light. And the more you're confident and or know about World of Horror, the better off you would probably have been there. That's all I'm trying to say. For those who don't know, if you want, you know, an opinion from someone who has a bit of time into World of Horror. Nothing in the cupboard, by the way. That makes me really sad. And then there's a dog barking right now because I was outside taking care of animals, and the animals are like, "Hey, you'd play with us more," and I'm like, "I can't." Ward, hell, arms, coma, bulletin. Do bulletin again to avoid a roads closed tragedy. Again, Commoner is mainly just a big debuff, though. If I haven't already said that's essentially what's happening here. We're on all perks, so I'm gonna purposely go into here. I think this is worth it. We're gonna run into 7 enemies, so that's about 14 reason if things happen the way they do. Granted, my doom is still gonna be high, but your doom can be a lot higher than this, and you'll still survive. Some people go as high as 30 to 35, from what I've seen. Nice flashbacks, by the way. And have still been fine. You know what I forgot to do, though? I forgot to enable the occult shop, as I'm Kyrie. But we have the thing as well. Let's see, is this meat cleaver good? It is. I also have Ward, so it actually is better for me to spend the doom here and go back and get that. Consistency-wise, if you're very lucky, like you run into Dullness and then you roll successfully in every single hospital roll, then sure, you don't need the hospital pass. But for the most part, it's pretty consistent in my eyes, at least, in terms of how useful it is. We are going to set the downtown area. We may have Vigil, but we're visiting downtown quite a lot this run. We want to put the police patrols there. And after this, yeah, again, not being able to level up and grab perks, especially on an all-perk run with a character that, you know, the perks are not amazing, but at least not terrible. Mediocre-ish, okay-ish. All perks tends to be okay-ish. But as we stick on 13 reason, oh boy. We actually want to lose reason before we fight something. Maybe we run into something that can do some... I got tripped up there because I was like, oh, a knowledge check. Failed the knowledge check. And yeah. I did not equip the meat cleaver for whatever reason. I might just run from this. Can we actually fight this? 1, 2, 3, no. Kind of. We're gonna do this, actually. Funny enough, this actually could be a... Yeah, this is guaranteed. I thought it was a risky one turn. 4 Doom, 2 Stamina, 2 Reason, but we heal with the power of First Aid. And let's actually equip this meat cleaver. I don't want to spend any more Doom here. If the monument asks for Reason, that's what I perfectly want. I could ask it again, but if it asks for 2 funds, I lose all my funds, so... Let's avoid that for the moment. I always forget what this is. This is Stamina when you fail. Okay, the other one I think is Reason? The one on the left if you fail? And I don't remember the stats there, so hey. Buy coffee, we have 1 fun left still. We've done the forest already. Did I have it? I just want to make sure I had the forest note. Even though I see the clear on the side quest. I just want to make sure. We'll spend Doom here, and yeah, we'll move on. So, despite my plans for the rest of this year in terms of playing games on this channel, as it turns out, and I've been saying it like, you know, here and there, but the fact that I messed up my game development scheduling means that I'm going to be playing, you know, less games in general. I should always have a video during the weekday, and it's probably going to be a World of Horror. If for no other reason than to give back to the game that, you know, has done well for me on this channel. But I did want to play other games that I was interested in, but there's other things to worry about with that as well. Do I want to take this now? I don't think I'm actually going to reroll Ito2 Flame. It's pretty good. Ward, Coma. We have a lot of downtown and hospital investigations, but we'll do Ward into Arms. Because the other 2 mysteries that we have left are nothing. I think that's Household Hell on the middle left there too. But we'll deal. I could grab painkillers, it's not a bad idea, but we will see first. We have first aid due to all perks. And we're still walking pretty. Basically, I wanted to play a Knock on the Coffin Lid, and I wanted to get into a certain trading card game simulator, but that didn't happen, so yeah. And along with other things I have on my to-do list. By the way, funny enough, I think we're going to keep the hospital pass on us just to be safe. Because in the end, we're going to need to pick up the hospital pass anyway. So, yeah. So as we sit here, I mean, I might as well keep talking. So, yeah, other things on my wish list, there are like 3 other games, including the Slay the Princess update. Because, well, at this point, you're like, well, Jordan, you made the princess character. That means you must have played the game. I'll let you know right now. There are at least 2 characters that I've made for World of Horror that I have not played the original games that came out in. But that's why I also added the statement where, you know, I said any events that happen are pretty much, any statements that happen are... Wait, did I? Now I'm confusing it. Because I thought I talked about going through... Was it because I was watching someone do it? Because basically, a lot of people around me also play games, as it turns out. So sometimes I'm just looking over and I'm like, hey, that looks fun. And then I play a game. But I don't think Slay the Princess was one of them. And then the other ones like Knock on the Coffin Lid and the TCG Simulator are also games where I've been looking to pick up. But nope, didn't happen. On top of just other games in general. I think I still have Moonlighter on my, somewhere in my bag. Wanted to get back to, and I said this is the year of the redo, I wanted to get back to certain games, but again, development was mainly on my mind, so that didn't happen. Path of the Midnight Sun, and the devs for Path of the Midnight Sun are making another game on top of that. And then I did look at a handful of other games, but they were, let's just say, I have a stronger opinion on these games, and I'm not going to name them, but they were a disappointment. So, yeah, as it turns out, I'm not going to play those games. But as for the ones I named, those are ones I definitely want to get into at some point in my life. So, yeah. By the way, no, it's not the last night yet. If we have a downtown investigation, I'm going to keep these things on me, but once we are done... Charisma, knowledge. Okay, good. Is this strength? It is. We're not losing any reason unless we run into an all enemy. Is that what reason encounter? I think is the double nurse stamina and reason encounter as well? I can't remember. But we don't need the hospital pass anymore, so we can just toss it. And then we grab the handcuffs again, and we should be able to one-shot this. I would have liked to have gambled on this, but because again we don't level up, we don't really get to do as much with that. So let me see. I think this is a one turn though. And again, a lot of this attributes to general knowledge, like me using the Doll Nurse, even if you want to call that an exploit. I mean, we got to use what we've got. So let me just make sure I do these hand flips correctly, and away we go. And then getting first aid from the History Club. I think History Club is another, for me at least, it's another big part of Commoner, because without the History Club unlocked and set anywhere in your run, you cannot get perks, basically. There might be another way, but I feel like the answer to that is no. So, get the History Club. It's available for you. It's available once you unlock it from the start of the run, so it's a very good choice to pick up a perk while it costs 10 Doom. There are more than a few perks in this game that are worth their 10 Doom. After that are perks like spells that have, situational uses, even if you want to say First Aid. But I think First Aid gets you what its value's worth. Now that being said, we're here taking 3 stamina, unless I want to throw one of these. And normally I would probably gamble here, but again, even if we leveled up, though, there's an argument to be had in terms of, well, Jordan, even if you were at level 4 right now, we would have 70% accuracy, and some people could gamble with that. I don't, so that's why, for me, Commoner doesn't seem as dangerous, but it is still a very dangerous backstory relative to the other backstories. But for other people who, the level ups do matter because you gamble on near accurate, guaranteed accuracy attacks, then yes, it makes a difference. Also, I forgot to take out the other branches I had, but we're gonna heal Reason at the end of this anyway due to First Aid, so I can afford to take some blows here. Now, if I want to do more, 80%. And again, if I were at level 3, normally around your 3rd mystery, you might be at level 3, possibly level 4. Therefore, in this encounter, you would have much more guaranteed attacks. But again, I'm a bit more passive right now. I said again, I haven't said it yet. Anywho, this is Reason Lost, but I passed it, so, so be it. Let's actually take some stuff out. This will be helpful for the boss. If we run into another enemy in between, I may or may not use these items. Basically, if it's the Twisted Corpse, I'm going to toss some of these items at the Twisted Corpse. But if not, we should be okay. Now, that's not great. If you run into STE, that would actually be quite funny, but hopefully that doesn't happen. We get stamina there. Do you lose stamina for that? Oh my goodness, I don't remember a lot of apartment events. Unfortunately, we run... Well, actually, yeah, we don't care. We're just gonna trade blows here, probably. In fact, you have quite high accuracy because she's a 5-power enemy. But most other enemies, you're not having as fun a time. Now, I did miss both one of the 85%, which is not normal. That's why I say I don't really care as much about the indirect accuracy decrease from Commoner. Because, well, whenever I go for it anyway, if I'm gonna miss, if it's not like 95% even, it's 50-50 to me, so I don't really care about odds. Even though you should care about odds. Yeah, and then here, you have bad power enemy. Anyway, so again, assume we're at level 3. If we weren't on Commoner, we'd have 67%. We might have, a random spell. In fact, we have a Thotu Flame, don't we? Yeah, we do. So I would actually rather do this. And I think we just eat this in the face. I could gamble, but there's not really any reason to. We'll just take 3 stamina in the face. I would have used the Thotu Flame twice, but I'm kind of worried about my Doom at the moment. 63% Doom going into my 4th mystery. And some of that is due, again, we would be at 53% without First Aid, but without First Aid, we would be in a lot more pain. In fact, in Household Hell, we can switch the patrols to the mansion. And if I haven't said it, basically for the 3rd time, your general knowledge and having a plan in Roll of Horror is going to be the biggest source of success in the Commoner backstory. I could gamble here. Do I want to? I might as well. I'm losing Reason, and I'm going to get Reason back anyway, but 55%. Let's hope we can hit 2 out of 4 at least. That's really all I'm looking for here. Or 2 out of 3, that's just as good. But, I think we need to do better. Yeah, we're just going to keep gambling here. Otherwise, I guess I could just use a Thotu Flame here. If we're just going to take that anyway. That increases my Doom, but we get a Cult Diary out of this, so... Meh. And maybe in Household Hell we run into at least 1 Doom decreasing event. This also decreases your Doom, but I'm not going to take the risk. I'm just going to go. I don't have funds. Otherwise I would visit the monument again. 2 out of 3. Basically rolling on 2 out of 3. In fact, I would have died because if I lost stamina in the monument, would have died to that event, but I'm just going to keep moving forward. And hoping for the best. Now, 3 all is not great, but... 50-50? 50-50, and I think it's still not even guaranteed. No, it's not, but it's the best I can do. I don't think there's really anything else I can do. I mean, yeah, if I hit like this after one turn of bracing, I can get out, but you're rolling on a 50-60. I guess that's what we have though, right? I don't want to run. I should run though. Yeah, I'm gonna run. I forgot, I don't think first aid procs here, right? No, it doesn't. And I used the tree. We're gonna keep going with the stamina. I'm gonna wait for my rest, or I'm gonna try to wait for my rest, or just fail the strength check because we rolled an 11. So you know what? The game just decides I die anyway, alright? And I guess I'll see you in the next video. Oh!